For the longest time, we've heard the whole terrible twos thing. I mean, really? It's all about the three-nager life that Bryan and I are going through right now. It's Kyle, Bryan, and Sarah Mix. When toddlers hit 3, they're more independent. They understand what you're saying. They understand more of things that are happening in their life. You can't fool them anymore. And they just throw it down in a moment's notice. You're like, wait a second, you were fine a second ago. Then all of a sudden they're losing their mind in public.
Oh, yeah, man.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
So how do you handle this if you're Bryan Lord today? You've gone to this place several times, but you've also realized Edie's not 2 anymore, man. You can't get away with the same lie over and over again.
Yeah.
So what is the predicament that you're in today?
Here's
and how
the
would you
problem.
handle it?
So we go to Sky Zone in Apex, and inside there's this slush puppy machine. The blue one it's the devil's juice. It turns her into an absolute mad woman, a total gremlin. The problem is I can't lie to her anymore about the Slushie machine being broken. I've used that excuse way too many times. Like you said,
it's broken every single time, like
She's
a McDonald's ice cream machine.
Yeah. She's too smart now. So now I have to figure out another way to get past the blue Slushie machine, which, by the way, should be outlawed. I was doing research on the sugar.
We saw this story over the weekend while we were in Cincinnati about the slushies.
It's insane how much sugar is in these slushies. And now I'm sounding like an old man. Well, you've seen this.
But there are limits to things.
We've made it this far, Bryan, but I think I saw the same story.
The first time she ever had one, she turned into a monster. I'll never forget it. She was cracked out before she took her nap. She woke up from her nap. We went to Fenton, and she was still cracked out in a nightmare. We had to leave Fenton. She was behaving so poorly. So I did my research. Get this. 8 ounces of blue raspberry slush puppy has 40 grams of sugar.
40 grams?
Compared to a Red Bull, same amount of ounces, an 8-ounce Red Bull has 26 grams of sugar. 14 more grams of sugar in this freaking slushie.
I don't know if this was the same story, but there's another slushie story out within the last 4 or 5 days, which I think is exactly what you're talking about.
If the story
where
is
you're like,
slushies
wait a
turn
second,
kids
what?
into cracked out monsters,
yes,
then it's the same thing.
It's funny. Somebody actually just sent us a link about it. Go ahead, Bryan.
Well, here's the thing. So the problem is I love taking Edie to Sky Zone. I pick her up from preschool. We go. She gets the yayas out for an hour before she takes her nap. Problem is that blue slushie machine is right at the exit, and I have to get her past there without the machine is broken. Excuse me.
Good luck out there today, my friend.
Thanks.
Mate, we're still going to take advice, even though the outcome will probably still be the same, sadly.
I'm thinking about just going office space on that slushy machine. Just beat it to death in the middle of Sky.
Hey, Chris, thanks for rolling with us today. We do appreciate it. Chris, what's your advice for Bryan on how to get out of slushy predicament situation that he will find himself in today for obvious reasons of a toddler that will lose her mind after having a slushie?
So, does she understand that certain foods make her stomach sick?
Yes, she does.
Okay, so I had to do this with 2 of my children. It's not the sugar, it's the dye. You don't have to explain that part, but tell her it makes her brain feel like it's sick.
Oh, well, I mean, that's accurate. The time she has had the blue slushie, she has been mentally ill.
Yeah.
For 8 hours.
Yeah.
No doubt.
I had one that had Mountain Dew, and we figured out it was something in the Mountain Dew. And then a couple of years later, my next child, we realized he couldn't have red dyes. And it doesn't work right away. It takes a couple of times of explaining it, but eventually they're like, oh, wait, when they're 5, 6, 7, and 8, you go, that has something in it that makes your brain act like it's sick.
Okay, I like this. We have used that excuse when trying to wean her off of Skittles. I swear to God, we don't just feed her sugar. I swear she eats normal food, but there is definitely a red dye 41 excuse thrown in there in the past couple weeks. So,
right?
Thanks for the caveat.
Thank you. Thank you for the pro advice, and you be careful out there today, Chris.
Thank you. Y'all have a good day.
Bye, Chris. You too. All right, good advice, sound advice.
I like that.
Thoughtful, scientific advice from Chris. With that, we got Chelsea and Mebane, who, funny enough, I was thinking about a couple days ago when I was driving back from Cincinnati. I saw the Buc-ee's billboard that it's coming.
Hey, yeah.
And I'm like, I bet you Chelsea's going to call sometime soon. And poof, here she is on a Tuesday. Swear to God, I was thinking about you.
I almost showed up on Saturday at the kickball thing, in the Buc-ee's onesie I bought my husband.
Oh, well, we're
Good for
playing
you.
next weekend.
All right, we got plenty of time to talk about Buc-ee's before he gets here. But Chelsea, what is your advice for Bryan on the Slushie? There it is, Slushie situation hashtag that we got today at Sky
I
Zone.
don't have money to buy a Slushie. I'm sorry, I'm out of money. I can't buy the Slushie.
Does that actually work with kids? Bryan's shaking his head no.
It works with Luca. Luca understands money. For me, like I'll tell him, I'm like, I just don't have any extra cash right now.
Did he get that when he was 3?
I got pretty early, but I also started giving him money pretty
I thought
early.
Luca got whatever he wanted from 3 to 5 years old.
No, because remember, Sarah and Luca would go to Target, and he'd always want something, and Sarah would have to basically be
Oh,
like,
I thought you got him stuff at Target.
No.
I had it
not that
backwards.
person.
Yeah, maybe I'll try the money
Give it a
thing.
try.
She kind of gets the concept because we role play it at home. She's the cashier and scans things. So maybe I'll try that.
Okay.
So I've got 2 good excuses. I don't have any money, and the blue dye will kill you. Got it.
Okay, one more.
All right, let's bring it on.
You have to have a permit now in order to get the blue Slushie, and you guys don't have a permit.
I just love these masterclass lies.
I love
This is great. Or
I love
instead, you're like, we're not going to Sky Zone today. We're going to Buc-ee's in Florence, South Carolina. But on the way, she falls asleep, and then you just go home instead.
Oh, wow.
There you go, Bryan.
That's a roundabout way.
I don't know. I'm going for it.
Bold
All right.
strategy.
With that, Chelsea, thank you for all the great advice. We appreciate it. Good hearing from you today. Be careful out there, and
Also,
thanks for listening.
I have to say, #Chrysler Pacifica plug-in hybrid life.
Let's go,
Yo.
baby.
Of course you have one.
See?
You
Of
have
course
one
you
too?
do.
Bryan, people are so proud of you. People
My
are so proud
sister.
of you.
Yes. I sent you guys a Facebook post about a year ago explaining to you all the wonderful things about the Chrysler Pacifica and why you needed to get one.
Well, look at that. You manifested this, and now 2 of us on the show are Chrysler Pacifica drivers.
That is absolutely
Beautiful.
right. I bought mine 3 years ago. Bryan got his last weekend. Chelsea, you have yourself a day in Mebane, okay?
All right.
Or
Later.
Hillsboro. That whole area, Chelsea, that's her hangout.